You might think you're just tired. Maybe it's the age, maybe it's the weather. But what if I told you that the way you spend the last 10 minutes before going to bed could be the reason you wake up feeling anxious, unrest, or worse, wide awake at 3 a.m. again? After 65, sleep stops being just rest. It becomes a mirror of your health, your mind, and sometimes, your regrets. In these final hours of the day, your body begs for healing, not just from physical fatigue, but from the emotional weight it's carried, grief, memory loss, the quiet loneliness that creeps in when the house is too quiet. And yet, most seniors rush through these moments, with the TV still buzzing, the lights still on, and the mind still racing. That needs to change. Because what we now know, thanks to neuroscience, geriatric research, and elderly wisdom, is that a calm evening doesn't just improve your sleep. It supports your brain health, reduces your risk of heart disease, and gives you back control over your own peace. So, if you're still tossing and turning, feeling more tired when you wake than when you went to bed, you're not alone. But the solution may be simpler than you think. In this video, I'll show you how just 10 minutes, yes, only 10, of intentional practice each night can change everything. It's not meditation, it's not stretching, and it's definitely not scrolling on your phone. Stay with me, because this small habit could become your most powerful defense against emotional decline, sleep disruption, and even early cognitive aging. And before we continue, if you value elderly reflections, senior health, and life lessons from those who've walked a long road before us, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? Now let's begin with the one thing you should do tonight, before your head ever hits the pillow. Imagine it's 9:15 p.m. You've just turned off the television. The noise is gone, but your mind isn't quiet. That's the problem most seniors face. According to Dr. Lisa Medley, a sleep specialist at the University of Vermont, the key to restful sleep after 65 isn't found in pills or even in routines, it's found in how we manage transitions. In short, your body doesn't know it's bedtime until your mind tells it so. This is where the 10-minute evening practice begins. Not with action, but with awareness. Start by sitting down, not lying, not pacing, just sitting. A sturdy chair, your favorite blanket, a small light. No phone. No distractions. And here's the important part. Don't aim to sleep. Aim to release. Release the day. The things you didn't get to do. The conversation that upset you. The loneliness that crept in. Say it to yourself, out loud if you can. This day is done. I did what I could. I forgive what I couldn't. This statement might feel strange at first, even awkward. But for people over 70, emotional weight doesn't just disappear, it stores itself in the nervous system. And when it's not cleared, it shows up as tension, nightmares, racing thoughts. Over time, this constant unrest increases your risk for heart conditions, weakens immune response, and accelerates cognitive decline. In fact, a 2022 study published in the journal Sleep Health found that seniors who incorporated a 10-minute verbal debrief or reflective self-talk before bed had significantly lower rates of midnight awakenings and depressive symptoms. It's not magic. It's mental hygiene. After releasing, move into part 2, gentle breath awareness. No need for complex breathing techniques or counting backwards. Just breathe naturally, but slower. Deeper. Inhale, and notice where the breath lands. Is it stuck in your chest? Let it travel lower, to your belly. Exhale, and imagine it carrying away a worry from the day. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. You'll notice your shoulders lowering. Your pulse softening. And for many people, especially those over 70 who live alone, this becomes the only moment they feel truly held, even if it's only by their breath. Let's talk about Harold, 74 years old, retired postal worker from Wisconsin. For years, he couldn't sleep more than 2 hours at a time. He tried sleeping pills, white noise machines, even herbal teas that made him nauseous. Nothing worked. One day, his daughter sent him an article about mental clearing. He laughed it off. But one night, after yet another restless evening, he tried it. He sat on his porch, whispered his worries into the air, and breathed. 3 nights later, Something strange happened. He slept until dawn. Not perfectly, not uninterrupted, but he felt rested. For the first time in years. I didn't know letting go could be something I did. He told me when we spoke. I thought it was something that just happened if I was lucky. That's the difference after 60. We stop trying to create peace and start trying to find it. But the truth is, it's not hiding. It's waiting for you to notice it. This practice isn't about perfection. It's not a new rule or a replacement for your bedtime tea. It's about reclaiming your space. Your mental space. Your emotional breath. Those quiet minutes that no one talks about, but every elderly person feels. Now that you've released your thoughts and centered your breath, we move into the final step, stillness. Don't rush to bed right away. Stay where you are. Let the quiet deepen. Let your body tell you when it's time to lie down. If you've done this practice right, you'll feel something unusual. A gentle heaviness behind your eyes. That's your nervous system relaxing, the first true sign that sleep will come, not just because you're tired, but because you're safe. And this safety, it matters more the older you get. After 65, sleep becomes fragile. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 48% of adults over 70 experience disrupted sleep due to anxiety, emotional fatigue, or even unconscious grief. The 10-minute evening practice addresses all three, not with medication, but with attention. So tonight, try it. Even if it feels strange. Even if it feels small. Sit. Speak. Breathe. Wait. That's all. You'll be amazed at how something so simple can give your body exactly what it's been asking for, in whispers, for years. Let me know if you're still with me. Type "I'm here" in the comments, and tell me, where are you watching from? And if this feels helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights, motivation, and inspiration drawn from real elderly wisdom. Let's take this journey together, one quiet evening at a time. Once you've given yourself those quiet 10 minutes, spoken your day into closure, breathed through the weight of your thoughts, and allowed stillness to rise, something remarkable begins to shift inside you. But this shift isn't just mental. It's physical, neurological, and deeply restorative. What most people don't realize is that the human brain doesn't truly shut off at night, it reorganizes. And for seniors, the more mentally cluttered your evenings are, the harder it is for your brain to clean itself. Yes, you read that right, clean itself. According to a study published in Nature Neuroscience, the brain clears out harmful waste during deep sleep, through a process called the glymphatic system. But this system only works efficiently when your nervous system is calm. That means if you go to bed still holding on to stress, regrets, or worries, your brain doesn't get to cleanse properly. Over time, this is linked to higher risks of Alzheimer's, memory loss, and emotional instability. So what does that mean for you? It means that those 10 minutes before bed are your brain's warm-up lap, preparing itself for the night's real work. And if you skip it, you're going into the night unarmed. But if you honor it, you're stepping into the most healing hours of your life fully supported. This is why the next part of the practice is something most seniors overlook. Gentle grounding. You've probably heard the word before, grounding. Maybe it sounds too new age, or like something meant for younger people. But the truth is, grounding is simply a physical reminder to your body that it is safe. And safety, for the elderly, is often the missing ingredient to sleep. Here's how to do it in a way that feels natural. After your breathwork, place your feet flat on the floor. If you're in a chair, scoot forward a little. Feel the soles of your feet connecting with the earth, the carpet, or even the wooden floor beneath you. Close your eyes. Let your hands rest gently on your thighs. And here's the key. Notice what's holding you. It sounds subtle, but this is where elderly wisdom teaches us something powerful. You are being held, by the floor, by your chair, by the air itself. You are not falling. You are supported. Many seniors who struggle with sleep are actually wrestling with an unconscious fear of vulnerability. After all, sleep is a surrender. And if you've lived a life where you've always needed to be strong, it's not easy to let go, even at night. But this grounding moment reminds your body. It's okay to let go now. You are safe. Let me share a story. Doris, 79 years old, lost her husband 6 years ago. Since then, her nights had become a source of anxiety. She would lie down, heart pounding, replaying memories, conversations, fears. It felt like I was alone in the dark, like the world forgot I was still here, she once told me. When she learned about grounding, she was skeptical. But she tried. Just 10 minutes each night. Breathing. Placing her feet firmly on the floor. Whispering to herself, I am safe. I am here. I am held. It didn't fix everything overnight. But slowly, the panic eased. Her chest stopped tightening. The tremors in her hands lessened. And for the first time since her loss, she began to sleep through the night. What changed? Not the world. Not her grief. What changed was her relationship to silence. That's the gift of this practice. It doesn't take away your pain, it teaches your body how to stop fearing it. Let's add another layer now, a memory of gratitude. Think back on something small that brought you peace today. It doesn't need to be a grand moment. In fact, it shouldn't be. Maybe it was the way the sunlight hit the porch this morning. Maybe it was the taste of warm soup at lunch. Maybe someone smiled at you. Or maybe you smiled at yourself. Bring that image into your mind, gently. Breathe with it. Hold it there, just for a few minutes. This is not about pretending life is perfect. It's about reminding your nervous system that it's safe to feel joy. Because joy is not a luxury for the elderly, it's a lifeline. Studies from the Journal of Aging and Health show that seniors who reflect on daily positive moments before bed experience fewer sleep disturbances, less nighttime rumination, and higher levels of morning vitality. It's called gratitude priming, and it actually rewires the brain to sleep deeper and heal faster. So tonight, after grounding, pick your moment. Whisper it if you want to. Hold it close. For Arthur, an 81-year-old widower from New Hampshire, it was something as simple as, the coffee tasted just right this morning. That was his nightly gratitude for weeks. And every time he said it, his breath got steadier, his sleep longer. It's not about what the moment is. It's about reminding yourself that you still have them. And if you're thinking, but nothing good happened today, then let this moment, right now, be your first. You're sitting. You're breathing. You're remembering yourself. That counts. Lastly, as we wrap this part of the practice, I want to gently introduce you to ritual closure. This is the final step before lying down. Ritual doesn't mean religion, it means routine with intention. Something simple, repetitive, and meaningful. This might be placing a hand on your heart, lighting a small candle, turning off a specific lamp, whispering a phrase you love. Something that tells your brain, we're finished for today. Elderly reflections show us that when seniors create small rituals, it gives structure to a time of life that often feels scattered. The world changes. Children grow distant. Bodies shift. But a ritual? That's yours. Every night. For some, it's simply brushing their hair slowly while humming. For others, it's placing their slippers side by side with care. Whatever it is for you, do it every night. Same way. Same feeling. It doesn't just help you fall asleep, it reminds you that even as the world moves on, you still create meaning in it. So tonight, start with awareness. Move to breath. Anchor with grounding. Reflect with gratitude. And close with ritual. These are not big acts. But they are yours. And that's what makes them powerful. Let's take a breath together now, and prepare for the final part of our journey toward peace, rest, and healing. Now that you've created space in your evening for stillness, breath, grounding, and gentle reflection, there's one final truth we need to talk about. Because even with the best routines, the most peaceful rituals, and the calmest mind, there's something deeper that must be faced after 60, and it's this. The fear that sleep is a rehearsal for something more final. It's a quiet fear. Most don't speak it aloud. But it lingers, especially in the elderly. The act of lying down, alone, in the dark, can feel like surrender. And after a certain age, it's not just rest we seek, but reassurance. Reassurance that we're not disappearing. That we are still here. Still needed. Still remembered. This is why, for many seniors, sleep becomes harder, not because they aren't tired, but because the night magnifies what the day helps them forget. The quiet ache of loneliness, the fading presence in their own home, the memories of people who used to fill the silence. So what can we do about this? The final part of the 10-minute evening practice is connection, but not the kind that requires anyone else. This is connection with yourself. With who you are, who you've been, and who you are still becoming. Take a moment, after your breath, your grounding, your gratitude, and place your hand gently over your heart. Feel it beat. Steady. Present. Alive. Now say this to yourself, silently or aloud. I am here. I have lived today. I will rest now. This is not affirmation. It's not positivity. It's reality. It's a recognition that your presence still matters. Let me tell you about Judith, 82, who told me something I'll never forget. I don't fear dying, she said. I fear being forgotten while I'm still alive. That night, she started ending her evening routine with one small act. She would take out her notebook and write one thing she lived that day. Not accomplished. Not finished. Just lived. Watered the plants. Watched the clouds change color. Laughed when I spilled soup. She called it her proof of living. After 6 months, she had dozens of pages. And she slept better, not because her life changed, but because she reminded herself that it still exists. You can do this, too. A journal. A voice note. Even a whispered sentence to the night air. I am still here. This soft claiming of your presence helps your body release the final tension it holds. The part that doesn't want to sleep because it doesn't want to vanish. But you are not vanishing. You are resting. And you will rise. Now, as you stand up from your chair, or from your moment of reflection, carry this calmness into your bedroom. Dim the lights. Remove unnecessary noise. Let your bed become a place of invitation, not resistance. If you sleep next to someone, hold their hand for a moment. If you sleep alone, place both hands on your chest, feel your own comfort. That is enough. And as you lie down, return to the breath you began earlier. Inhale peace. Exhale the weight of the day. Repeat. If thoughts come, and they will, greet them gently. Say, not now. I've already honored you. Then let them pass like clouds. This night is yours. You are not your worries. You are not your memories. You are not your regrets. You are this moment. Breathing. Alive. Deserving of rest. Let the silence be a friend. Let the darkness be soft. Let the hours ahead be kind. Because sleep, after 70, is no longer just rest. It's restoration. It's remembering. It's healing. And when you practice this 10-minute evening routine every night, you are not just improving your sleep, you are reclaiming your power. You are proving that even now, especially now, your life can hold beauty, rhythm, and peace. So tonight, give yourself that gift. Sit. Breathe. Ground. Reflect. Connect. It's only 10 minutes. But it might just give you back the 8 hours you've been missing for years. And more importantly, it might return something even deeper. A sense of peace that belongs to you. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are deeply needed, and your rest matters. If this video has helped you feel calmer, stronger, or simply understood, please like it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next reflection. And tell me, where are you watching from tonight? I'd love to hear your voice in the comments. You're not just a viewer. You are part of this space. A space where senior health, elderly reflections, and real-life lessons still matter. Here's to your quiet evening. And to the peaceful sleep that's been waiting for you. Good night.